Well, in case you aren't already aware, this is a van life nightmare. DVLA have shafted everyone. Well done, boys. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Jungle Travels. Bit of a different episode today because I'm not actually travelling anywhere. I'm just parked up at the top of a hill. So I spent last night watching a load of videos on the new change that the DVLA have made to getting your vehicle classified as a camper, which basically screws a lot of people over. So I thought I'd make a little vlog to kind of help people out. So if I keep looking down, I've got some notes written here which I've took off the DVLA website. I watched a very good informative channel by a mate of mine, Tom, who runs a channel called Dub Ventures. He did a nice little informative video. I watched Houseless Not Homeless. He's done a good one, so go and check their videos out. If you haven't already, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Don't forget to smash a like if you like it. If you don't, don't. So we'll get straight into it. So, changes to the thing. Now, it's got to be said, I bought a high top van. Quite lucky, I only bought it by chance. I wasn't even looking at this type of van. I originally wanted a bit of a lower roof, but I kind of wanted something I could stand up in. But I was looking at transits and stuff like that, and I just didn't want a transit. So, by chance I ended up buying a Citroen Dispatch high top. So I feel quite lucky now, because otherwise I'd have no chance of getting it converted on the DVLA's V5 to a camper. Now they've stated on their website that when it's converted it does not affect the insurance or speed limits, it's only used for establishing appearance. I don't know if that's true, because it's cheaper to insure a van as a camper than it is to insure it as a van. Which I've got this insured as a camper. I have a 6-month turnaround to get it turned into a camper. If I'd have insured it as a van, it would have cost me more. So I actually went with a camper van insurance company who give you 6 months to convert it. So they're wrong on that one, because insurance companies will insure it for cheaper as a camper. Speed limits. Now, my mate, Saki, who I did the last video with, he converted his van. His van is actually converted, his T5 is converted as a on the V5 as a camper, because he did it like 12 months ago. If he'd have done it now, he'd have had no chance. But he actually got a speeding ticket for going too fast in, I think it was one of the lanes of the motorway or something, because it was a van. But if it had been a camper, it was the other way around. It was this, I can't remember quietly, but there is some change to it. So it does affect the speed limits. Now the requirements, it says, are for external features that can be recognised as a camper. So you've got to basically make your van look like a camper from the outside. They're trying to get rid of all the stealth campers, aren't they? So the 3 requirements: external permanent features, which basically means they want you to put decals. This is a new one. You have to put decals down the side of the van, and if you take the decals off, then basically you lose out. So the permanent features have to be external permanent features. I didn't want decals on the side of my van. Well, actually, I had a plan of putting some decals on the panel where there was going to be no window. But I'm going to have to revise that now, because you have to have 2 windows on one side, not including the driver or passenger door windows. Doesn't say how big the windows have to be. So, I'm going to put one in the driver's door, in the side loading door anyway. But can I get away with putting it like a half window inside the back panel? Because if I can, or even a thin window, an oblong one, which I might put just on the driver's side, actually, on the kitchen. Originally, I wasn't even going to put any windows on that side, but then I thought, well, yeah, I will, because it lets more light in. But now it looks like I'm going to put 2 windows on one side. Now my problem is that on that side, I've already panelled it with wood panelling all the way along, up to the sliding door. And I actually like the look of it, and I don't want to change that. So it's looking like I'm going to have to put 2 windows on this side to get it converted. Which is a bit of a bummer, really. But, like I say, it doesn't stipulate how big the windows have to be. So you could even put a porthole in. Which, actually, I've seen a couple of vans with porthole windows off a boat, and they actually look quite good. So that might be an option as well. But it'll never be a stealth camper, will it, anymore? Right. Types of van that can be converted. Ambulance, box van, goods van. Incidentally, Project Amber, he's spot on, he's got an ambulance. Light goods van, livestock carrier. Now I suppose they've done this because a lot of people have horse boxes, and a horse box is partially converted for horses and partially for people. A Luton van, a minibus, an MPV, which a lot of MPVs aren't actually high top, so they're going back on themselves. A panel van, specially fitted van. What's a specially fitted van? And a van with side windows. Them are the requirements of type of vehicles that it must be on the V5C to convert it to a van. So if your V5C doesn't show one of them types, you can't convert it. External permanent features. So this is where the main changes have come. 2 or more windows on driver's side or passenger side to provide a reasonable amount of light into living accommodation. Like I said, so I'm going to put... I was going to put one in the driver's door anyway, in the sliding door anyway, on the passenger side. So I'm going to put 2 in the driver's side now. Just a bit of a... But I am thinking like just a little quarter window behind the sliding door. So technically it still ticks the boxes. Separate door to provide access, which we've got anyway. We've got the sliding doors. But you can also use your rear doors as separate doors to provide access. And also, the rear windows can be used. But if you can just see behind mine there, my back is panelled off. So it's kind of like a storage area at the back for putting mountain bike and stuff, so it's not on the outside. So there's no chance of me putting a window in the back because it wouldn't let any light through. Caravan style graphics. You can make that one up yourself. I've passed loads of caravans down the road. Some have just a pinstripe. The main thing seems to be you got these motorhomes that have all these swishy stripes everywhere that people have converted themselves, which don't actually come on factory bought campers. Excuse me. So caravan style graphics can lead to your own... I mean, technically you could get away with putting a pinstripe and writing the word caravan on it. Or something similar. If you've got a YouTube channel, put your YouTube channel on it. With a few pinstripes flying off, it's still got caravan graphics. Awning bar attached to either side. So, I did actually think about putting... If you look on the side of a caravan, you've got like the thin awning rail, like the C rail. I actually thought about putting some of that on the side anyway. Would that classify it? Or does it have to be a proper awning for like a wind out Fiamma kind of thing? Because that's a bit biased really if it does. So if it's just an awning rail like a C rail, then you can just basically put a strip of C rail across like the gutter, so that you can basically feed an awning to the side. Because you can buy a caravan awning just to chuck on the side. And the last one, high top roof. Which basically means all your T4s, your T5s, the Vivaros, which have got quite popular. They don't actually do a Vivaro high top, so them will be alright. But all them have basically got no chance of ever becoming a camper anymore. Now it doesn't stipulate whether they've got grandfather rights on these or not as well. So if they've got grandfather rights, then the ones that are already converted should be okay. If they haven't, then they may end up with the ones that have been converted in like a short period, say in the last 6 months, might have to like clear out. You never know. Sorry about that, just got disturbed by a farmer who needs to rebuild the wall behind me. Joys of being in the country, eh? Alright, for 5 minutes though, so I'll carry on. So when you've done all this, you need photo proof to complete. And they've actually put a conversion checklist, and then put a nice link on it on the DVLA website so that you can check of which you need proof of. The V5C needs to show the above body types that I mentioned, like the Luton, the high top, blah blah blah. You need interior photos with the bed and table in use. Photos of all exterior angles. Basically sides, front, back, and it's got to show the number plates. Photos of the V5, not the V5, the VIN or the chassis number. Yeah. And then on the back of each photo you have to write a description of what the photo is showing. Yeah. So the internal features haven't actually changed much by the look of it. Seats and a table. Sleeping, which can be converted from either the seats or not. Which I actually wonder, if you swing a hammock up, does that class as a bed? Because a hammock is a bed. It's a type of bed, isn't it? Could you actually just put fixed seats in and then a hammock, and then have it classed as a camper? That'd be quite funny. Probably wouldn't, with the sense of humour they've got. You need cooking facilities, which I'm in the middle of doing at the moment. I've just ripped all my cupboards out behind my seat here, because I'm going to put a gas stove in the top. And storage. Doesn't say how much storage. Technically, if you have a little cubby hole like that and you can put something in it, it's storage. See, there's big gaps in what they can actually explain. There's loopholes and everything, because it could be big storage or it could be small storage. They don't actually stay on site, like the windows. Could you actually put 2 really tiny windows in the sliding door, and then technically you're classed as 2 windows? Because they haven't put any sizes on, because they can't, because they're different size of vans. So if you wanted to be arsey about it, you could actually find ways around it. But the big one's going to be the high tops, because it doesn't include pop tops, which a lot of people do. They buy T4, T5, spend 4 or 5 grand fitting a pop top. They're going to send it. I mean, all these people who've got like the vans like 99% complete, and think, right, next week I'll send it off and get the V5 and we're a camper. I feel really bad for them, because they'll just spent like 5 grand having a pop top fitted or something, thinking next week they can send it off to be a camper, and now DVLA just shot them in the back. So on the other side, does this mean there's going to be a rise in price for high top vans? Because to be honest, high top vans are hard to get hold of anywhere. When I looked at this, I hadn't actually seen a Citroen Dispatch high top. And I'm going to look around now. I think I probably only passed about 4 in the 6 months that I've had it, which narrows them down. They weren't actually a massively demanded van. So yeah, so the price in high tops is probably going to go up, because people are going to start converting high tops instead now. High top T4s and T5s. I think I have actually seen them, but very rare. Or is there going to be a lot of companies now making fiberglass high tops? So then would you have to get your T5 converted to a high top on the DVLA, and then from that V5 get it converted to a camper? Different ways, isn't there? But there's a lot of interpretation to go on. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little informative video and say I hope everybody out there is as peed off as everybody else is. I don't know if it's going to change anything, but there's a lot of people not happy, I know that. There's a lot of people who've just been shafted big time. So to them, you know, I hope things work out for you. I mean, you can still run it as a camper without it being on the V5 as a camper, but it does affect the insurance. They say on their website it doesn't affect the insurance, but it does, because insurance companies will insure you for cheaper as a camper. Yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to throw my 2p in. So thanks for watching, guys. This, by the way, is something my daughter made for me. It's a little dangly thing in the window. I'm trying to stop that. There you go. But yeah, I'm going to scoot off now because farmers are waiting to rebuild a wall and I'm in the way. Yeah. But thanks for watching. If you haven't already, smash a like. Subscribe, please. Yeah, lots more stuff coming. And leave your comments below, because it's interesting to see what people think, whether it affects you or not, and how you're going to get around it. Have you thought of ways? Or I mean, I suppose people are waking up this morning, or because this was posted on the 21st of October 2019, by the way. So are people going to be looking now of how they can get around it? But yeah, leave your comments below and let me know. It'd be interesting to chat with a few people and see what's happening. So thanks for watching, guys. Big thumbs up to y'all, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers. Can we do the YouTube thing where we go